Guys, hey, what's up? Welcome to the channel. Thanks for joining me. So I'm in my Model Y. This is my 2024 Model Y long-range rear-wheel drive. It has the FSD package included with it. I transferred it from a Model 3 when I bought this. So I use FSD in this all the time. I want to talk about the strikeout policy on these cars. Now, this applies when you're using autopilot. So if your car just has the base autopilot, you haven't subscribed or purchased the full self-driving software or the rights to use the software. If you're just using regular autopilot, this applies as well in a little bit different way. I'll talk about that. So let's talk about the strikeout policy. So a friend of mine recently got a new Model 3, and they purchased the FSD package with it, $8,000 package that allows the car to drive itself when you put in your destination. And she was telling me how within like the first couple days, she got 5 strikes or strikeouts. And after 5 strikeouts, she was locked out or prevented from using FSD for an entire week, which it's kind of crazy that they do that. They don't allow you to use a feature that you paid for. But, you know, for safety reasons, they're locking you out if you get so many strikes. Now, where a lot of these strikes happen is if you have your phone in your hand. Let's say I have my phone right here. There's a camera right here watching your eye movement, watching your hand movement. It's a wide angle camera, so it's able to see like where you're looking. It's able to see what you're doing with your hands. And if you're manipulating your phone, if you're looking down at this screen for too long, if you're looking out the window for too long, it knows that, and it will like start giving you a warning. It'll say like, you know, touch the steering wheel to acknowledge that you're paying attention. And if you ignore that enough times, probably 3 or 4 times, if you ignore that prompting to touch the wheel to acknowledge you're paying attention, it'll, you know, alarms will start going off, it'll strike out, and you will not be able to use the FSD or autopilot for the remainder of that drive. Now, what you can do is, if you're on the freeway, it's happened to me a couple times on the freeway. What I've done, I just got off on the next exit, put the car in park, got out for 10 seconds, went for a walk around the car, got back in, and I was able to use it. Now, if that happens 5 times, or you have 5 strikes kind of on your record, it will lock you out for a week, and you can't use it for a week. Now, I find the biggest time I get the strikeouts, and I've only gotten a couple, and that was when I first bought this car and my Model 3. I didn't have a phone holder, and Tesla has these wireless charging pads down here that are, you know, they're a place to put your phone. I don't rely on them for charging, but you see this circular MagSafe mount that I have right here? It's at an angle to my screen. I have found that this is the perfect place to put your phone. Now, this phone does do MagSafe charging, but this has a case on it, and it doesn't charge through this case. So I put one of these rings. You can get when you buy these mounts, and I'll leave a link to these mounts. But this is the best kind of mount you can get for your phone. And when you get these mounts, it comes with a magnetic ring, so you can put it on the back of your case if your phone is not magnetically, if their case is blocking the mag charger. So I have this magnetic ring. Mine's a wallet case, but it slides open, so I have my cards in here. So I put it right there, and this position right here I find is the perfect position to keep your phone, because I can still see 90% of the screen. Maybe this little corner I can't see, which is, I don't really need to see that very often. Also, if I'm looking at my screen, I can still see the road in my peripheral vision. So it's not like I'm taking my eyes off the road. I'm just glancing down at my phone, and I'm still able to see the screen. And it allows me to, I can look at a text message. I can, if an email comes in, I can glance at it. If I can change my music, I can change a podcast. If I'm listening to an audiobook, something like that, I can change that. I can manipulate my phone without the FSD computer or monitor looking at me, seeing that I'm looking at my phone. Also, when I'm looking at this phone right here, the eye level right here, it looks like the camera makes it think that I'm looking out of the road, which is good, right? You don't want it to think that you're looking at your phone. Now, I'm not advocating looking at your phone while you're driving, but sometimes I glance at my phone. Sometimes if I have a YouTube video playing, I can kind of see it in my peripheral vision. I can kind of just see it going or listening to it. But there's times when I have to manipulate my phone, and this thing does not like it. So this is the tip, guys. If you take nothing else away from this video, get a good phone mount for your phone I say this one here, I've tried a bunch, and I like this kind the best. The one that they mount. This one has a mounting tabs on the back, and it mounts on here. There's a couple different kind. I have these. These are from my partners at EV Base. I'll leave a link to this phone mount and the other ones I have. But it just puts the phone in the perfect position. I'm still able to see it, but I'm still able to look at the road. I'm not taking my eyes off the road when I'm using it. This is going to help prevent probably 95% of all of your strikes on FSD. And you don't want to get the strikes because you don't want it to put you in a 1-week jail time with not being able to use it. Now, the second instance that will get you locked out or get you a strike on autopilot is if you're on, I'm on FSD right now, but it works the same as if you're on autopilot. When you're on autopilot, you have like the Tesla cruise control set, it's steering for you, and the adaptive cruise is going. In this case, we have FSD going, and usually I don't usually have to touch the controls when I'm on FSD, but sometimes on autopilot, if you want to pass someone and you want to kind of take over, or you want to accelerate a little more quickly to get around someone, you can push down the pedal. You still have full control of the pedals, of the signals, the steering wheel. It's just the car is doing it for you right now. But like, for example, like there's a motorcyclist right here in this right lane. Let's say I wanted to just get by him real fast. I could punch down the accelerator. If I do that and I exceed, like, I think the threshold is like 86 miles an hour. I'm not going to go. I don't need to go that fast. But sometimes if there's like, let's say there's a car over here, you just need to get by, a semi-truck, you just need to get by, you need to do like a quick acceleration. If you push down the pedal too much and you exceed 86 miles an hour, which in these cars it's very easy to do, and you probably know that by now by driving one, is that if you push down that pedal, you're going to accelerate quickly. If you do that, it's going to give you a strike, and it's going to lock you out of autopilot or FSD for the rest of your drive, and that's when you got to pull over, get out, get back in. These strikes also will go away. Usually it's after like a week of good driving, no other strikes. So the strikes will slowly fall off your account. If you have a week of good driving, you'll lose a strike, and so forth and so on. So it does take a little bit of time to remove the strikes, but if you get your phone, you get a good mount, you put your phone in this location right here, and the camera really can't see what your hands are doing right here, so it doesn't know that you're like you're touching your phone right here. It's the best way to avoid those strikes, and I've had good success with that. So guys, that's just kind of a tip for you on the FSD, is you got to get a good phone mount. You got to put your phone right here so the camera is not like yelling at you and you get these strikeouts, because they are annoying. And I've never gotten 5 strikeouts. I've gotten 1 before, but as soon as I got my phone mount right here, haven't had 1 since, and it's worked great. So I love it right here. So guys, I'll leave a link to this down below. Leave your comments down below. Hit that thumbs up button, subscribe, and see you in the next video. Thanks.